All right, we're back at it. Went to the junkyard today, old pick and pull up in Paris, and picked up a couple of electric fans so I could kind of try some stuff out. And I got a radiator from Amazon, the cheapest aluminum radiator they got, and I don't know if it like what they painted it with, but it turns your finger silver, so that's nice. It's not as thick as the one that was on there, but aluminum dissipates heat better. I don't know how well it's going to dissipate heat with some weird silver paint all over it. These are the fans I think we're going to use. They had a Windstar there, and I started to pull the fans off, and I'm like, I'm not pulling the AC compressor off and all this crap for used fans. So I got these fans from a Toyota Camry, like, I don't know, 2007, 6, I don't know. Got this fan here from like a Lincoln or something like that, maybe a Mercury. And it's almost Christmas time, so you know the funny thing is I chose kind of chose purple for my color because I don't know, it's unique, it's different. But this Christmas tree was mine and Serena's first Christmas tree for our first Christmas, and we've had it all these years. And she was gonna, you know, take it to Goodwill. I was like, no, don't do that. We'll put it out in the shop and have a little holiday spirit out in the shop, huh? Let's see what we can do about getting this bad daddy mounted on here. These ones, you know, I like that it's built like the original one, where she's got this frame on the bottom and frame on the top. So what I'm thinking is should be able to just drill holes for these mounting points. The bottom I'll have to make some mounting points, but I'm gonna have to trim the corners of this fan a little bit, like up here, so I can get it up high enough. We'll have to trim that corner off. Probably kind of just buzz this one off too, just a little, just to get around that. We may not have to do anything with the bottom one there. We'll have to buzz this one so that we can clear the petcock to drain it when we need to. So we'll get our favorite tool out real quick and get the hacksaw, and then we'll figure out how to wire it into the Holley Sniper, because you can make the Sniper control your fans. So, or at least one fan, I think. I may have the other fan eventually, it'll have air conditioning, but for now I'll have it probably just trigger where they both come on at the same time. And we also got a master cylinder. I need to get a brake booster still, but got a master cylinder, so hopefully we can get a couple of these things put on. And still don't have power steering, but whatever, it's fine for putting around. I just want to, you know, actually go out on a little drive down the old back roads over here. This is a very inexpensive radiator considering what the other ones cost. They're probably made in the same factory, so we just kind of went with what we could get. Just kind of make a little mark there. Whenever you do get these, I don't know if I said how much I paid. $38 for 2 electric fans. Why not buy some, right? So what does that make? $14 a piece or something? You can't beat that. They're ugly, don't get me wrong. I don't like the way these ones look, because I don't like the white fan blades, or whatever color you'd consider. That's not really white anymore, but we're kind of keeping in the idea that I'm trying to get this truck back on the road for the least amount of money as possible, you know, for the sake of just getting it running. Heck, you can spend very little money on your old junk, get it on a road, get it going down a road, you know. Got the little mini hack, so I'll do something good for this here. Hack this little ledge off here. Yeah, it just snaps right off. Easy peasy. Oh yeah, that's freaking spot on. So what we can do with this is just put us a little hole there. Just drill a little hole in the plastic and put a washer on it and mark right there. This one lines up with the thing. I can't take full credit for this idea, because I saw someone on a 67 to 72 Chevy forums did this with these fans. So I wandered around the junkyard till I found one of these, and here we are. Bob's your uncle. Just put us a hole there. That'll work. They're not the biggest fans in the world, but I haven't looked to see what they'd pull, but for the small block they'll be fine. If it seems like whenever we eventually put the big block in there, if it seems like didn't cool well enough, we'll go with the Windstar fans. And I'll just buy new ones, I guess. But, you know, they were $14, so. Can't get it down far enough to punch it. There we go. Alright, so what we'll do is go ahead and knock those 3 holes. Once we do that, we'll go ahead and drill the ones for the bottom. Probably use 1/4 bolts. Yeah, that's really pushing it. I don't think those will be long enough. Instead of trying to do that, we'll get real fancy and we'll put some rib nuts in there. Right? Let's do that. Let's do rib nuts. Find the rib nuts. There they are. A bunch of 1/4 ones, so that'll be just fine. Let's go ahead and use that package there. Need to change the die out on this. Oh, yep. I had to get a new die for my 1/4 a while back. I broke one, so you know, don't tighten it down too damn tight. You'll break it. These days I'll get a fancier tool, but for the sake of getting stuff done, this does just fine. I don't need a newer one or a better one, I guess. I don't do this every day, so 11, no, 23/64. I don't know how you even get that, but okay. Kind of close to the top there, but it'll be fine. I feel like these holes are not in the same place on there, so it's makes sense that it's off 1.25 inches from that spot there to this one here. I feel like this needs to come up a tiny, just a smidge. You know, at the end of the day, there ain't nothing too precise about what I do. Close enough for rock and roll. I do wish these were aligned better, because one side will close better more than the other one. See, can't even blame it on my dominant hand, because usually the left side comes in faster than the right. Yeah, that'll be just fine for this little endeavor here. Got relays, you know, so I can't, you know, I can say, oh, it's $14, you got your electric fan. You can find relays on cars at the junkyard. I just didn't want to hunt that much, so I'll just use some stuff I got. I wish I would have spent a little more time, but it was running toward the end of the day. I had to get it done. Just did it on my lunch break real quick. Take care of stuff on your lunch break sometimes, you know. There we go. That's good enough. I should get some button head screws for the, or bolts for this. That'd be nice to have some Allen head, hex heads, you know. That'd look a little better, I think. We're gonna need some kind of spacers, right? I'm gonna go dig around in my junk and see what I got. Be right back. Alright, so I got these spacers. I don't know how many of y'all hang your own, you know, TVs on a wall mount or whatever, but they always come with a bunch of these plastic spacers. And I saved them because, well, for one, I'm a freaking hoarder. And for two, you never know when you're gonna need to use them for something such as this scenario right here. The holes didn't end up perfect, because they never do. It's just the nature of it, I swear. I don't know. If this works out and this shroud works out and this radiator works out, we'll build, or this fans and radiator work out, we'll build a shroud that comes down and kind of covers this, and seals it up against it a little better, because there's a gap, you know. Probably not enough to hurt anything, but you want your fans as close to your radiator as possible. I guess I could get a ratchet or something. Socket and a ratchet, get a little faster than old box and wrench. I don't have to go that far to tighten down. Sometimes I gotta remind myself where I came from. Freaking working like a caveman every now and then, you know. We don't even really need to bolt it down on the bottom. We're going to, but it'll probably ride like that too. Alright, so this one lines up. So we'll just focus a little hole in there. Oh, that's one way to put you a pilot punch there. Spinning too fast for it. It didn't like that, did it? The old vintage Mac tool screwdriver here. Oh well, it's down in there now. It's not gonna rust, I can tell you that. Alright, we got that hole going. Got that hole going. May have to get some bigger spacers. I don't know if I have any bigger ones, so we may have to see if we can drum up. Let me get a ratchet real quick. Alright, got that. So we'll zip these guys out. And put our rib nuts in on the other neck, the bottom one here. Oh, rib nut, nothing too fancy, but it gets the job done, you know. It is effective. That's the important thing. I didn't get no renewed radiator hose or nothing like that. I probably should have, but hey, you know me, I like to live dangerously. Austin Danger Powers. There we go. Like those ones in the front back or on the top back end on. Then we can see what length spacers or whatnot and bolts we need for the back. Catch a couple threads on that one so you can fiddle it around and match the next one and yada yada yada. Y'all look and see what the air is, like how much air these flow, how many cubic foot a minute these flow. CFMs. They're probably not what the Windstar fans will do, but they have a lot smaller wire, so for an older truck it's probably alright, being that it won't draw as much power, so alternator won't be taxed. Of course, when I put the big block in, the alternator will be what I had on the Suburban, which is like a 100 amp alternator basically, not the little 60 amp, but it ought to be fine for now. Okay, let's see what we can do about spacing these out. These are plastic down here. They don't have that metal ring on the inside of them, so if I need to waller them out, I can do that. Yeah, need those long ones again. Do a little spacer stacking maybe. Huh? Shoot, still not gonna be thick enough. Yeah, still need another spacer, another little stubby one like that. I'm running out of spacers. I probably have more somewhere. Just gotta think about where I'd have them. I definitely need some Allen head ones down here, or hex head bolts down there. See, I'm telling you, hold on to these stupid things. Let's see if this one would be in top. Look at that. That's the combo right there. That one and that one. Whatever size that is, that's the combo. I'm not going to tell you what size this is, the spacing and all that stuff, because it could be different on your setup. Well, it's the combo on this other side, not on this one. Let's see. Triple stacker. Yeah, that'll be fine. Hopefully these little plastic spacers hold on. They should be fine. Washer ain't gonna fit. Have to get a flanged head bolt. Should have put metrics in there. I probably got a metric flange head bolt that'll work. That'll be fine for now though. Oh, that's not going anywhere. I think we did a little something tonight. Alright, it'll be probably tomorrow before we go putting this on. Oh, dropped one of my spacers, but check that out. That really doesn't look too bad on there. It looks like it almost could have come like that. Obviously it wouldn't, because they didn't have electric fans in 1972, but I like it. I could probably trim these little wings off the bottom. Well, if they don't interfere with anything, I won't trim them off, because that'll take some of the rigidity out of that. You know, you're cutting out some of it. I could probably get the little bottom portion and just leave that top there, but we'll see. If it doesn't interfere with anything, then we ain't gonna worry about it. But for the sake of having electric fans stuck on here real easily, I know a lot of people don't like electric fans, and a lot of people don't like mechanical fans. I'm one of the ones that don't like mechanical fans. They're loud. Oh man, people say these are loud, but I'd rather listen to this and every time you rev it up, you don't get to enjoy the sounds of the engine, and you can't hear as much, in my opinion, you know, if you're trying to listen for problems. But all right, we'll have to dive into the wiring, see what that's all about. But like I said, make sure you get the pigtails on there too, you know, so that way I can just splice into these wires here to get it going. Oh man, our 20-year-old zip tie brake, that sucks. Anyway, yeah, so you can splice into that, easy, you know, plug and play kind of thing, you know. But how long did that take us to put that on there? Not very long. So all right, we're moving in the right direction. And anyway, all right, one thing we'll do real quick before I go in, test the fans, make sure they work. I didn't have the wherewithal to do that while I was at the junkyard. Okay, so black with a red stripe, that's the ground for this fan. And then the red wire, is your power wire for that fan. It's gonna be your higher amperage fan. I'm guessing that has some kind of cover on it. Don't know. But it is a thicker wire, heavier gauge. Okay. I got our little doodad here. Let's see what happens. That's going the wrong way. Let's switch those around. Let's see what we got then. Does better. This one. So that's actually looks like that's your power, which is real weird, but okay. All right, let's try the other one. That one doesn't sound as healthy. The bearings don't sound as healthy, but for what we're doing, it's probably gonna be okay. But anyway, we know they work, so like I said, tomorrow we'll move on to wiring them up for the truck and seeing what we got to do to wire them into the Sniper. All right, and we'll obviously put the radiator in too, because need a new radiator. Y'all saw that, or I don't guess I showed you, but the other one was shooting a lot of green fluid out of it. So anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. All right, we're back. I've been out here since it's like almost 8 o'clock this morning, but I've been out here since like 6. It's Saturday, so we're gonna have to work today, or she volunteered to work. But anyway, I got this Busman fuse and relay box that we're gonna use for the fans, so that'll be good. Just need to, if it snowballs, it's just snowballing that I'm like, okay, well, let me just do this, do that, and then it turns into, well, let me redo all this crap. So that is where we're at. I'm gonna finish building this mounting bracket. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can mount it on that side. I don't know. It's getting real cluttered. Of course, I put this big fuse here, so that kind of clutters it up some too. Yeah, just hobcobbled mess of garbled shit. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna work on cleaning that up, and then we'll I'll show you kind of what I did. There's no sense in you watching me fiddle around with this shit. So all right, it's a little update. We'll be back once we get something accomplished or something figured out. Cool. Well, this snowballed pretty quickly. Yeah, I moved all kinds of stuff around. I put the Hyper Spark ignition box inside the cab and the glove box up here. I'll wrap all these wires up. But yeah, it snowballed real fast. Yeah, I'm just running the wires for the Sniper to control the electric fans. I ran some extra wires coming from the Sniper. Two of them will be whenever it has air conditioning, so it will idle up as it needs to whenever you turn the AC on. And then one of the wires, this brown wire here, is going to go to the tachometer wire that I've already got run back here. We got to redo this anyway, so this is the wire we had that went to like the HEI. So that white one will be the tachometer wire. I'm probably going to put a different plug on this because this is just kind of crammed in there, so we'll put like a weather pack connector or whatever on there. So I need to also pull the brake booster off because I need to go to O'Reilly's and get the new one. I could have ordered one on Amazon or order one online, you know, but just for the sake of if it craps out, the warranty's a lot easier if I just take it down to O'Reilly and swap it out, whatever. So yeah, just wiring is not the funnest thing, but right, I need to connect these. I will have 3 spare relays on here, so that's pretty nice. Ground triggered relays, because these Busman boxes, you can either do them, you can do it where it's 12 volt positive trigger or ground trigger. Well, the way the Sniper works, it sends a ground trigger for the fans, so that's what we got as ground trigger. Because in order to run the Sniper, or to make the Sniper idle up and down with your air conditioning and stuff like that, you have to have 2 relays. But I think one of them's a positive trigger and one of them's a ground trigger. I can't remember. I should look into that before I run the wires over there, because if nothing else, I can use that relay box. So let me do that real quick. We'll be right back. I decided that's going to overcomplicate things for what I'm trying to accomplish today. I don't have the time to dick with that. So it'll be a long time before this has air conditioning on it. So we'll cross that AC bridge when we need it, right? Anyway, let's get these wires routed over there. All this wire that I have, these random bits of wire, I'm telling you, if you got a donor vehicle that you take an LS swap out of, strip as many of the wires out of it as you can, because this is coming real handy. Having good automotive grade wire, not having to buy that shit that they sell at the store that's not worth a crap. It's mostly shielding and not very much wire. So yeah, do that. Scrounge, you know, sometimes you just, I could buy a bunch of wire. It's not cheap, but I could buy it, but I don't want to do that. This is pretty great, and it's cheap. See if we have enough half-inch. I don't know if you have enough of that. It's not looking like it will. Oh, that sucks. And we can always add more later, you know. If I was smart, I would have put a junction box over here. Well, I guess I kind of have one. Now that I have this over there, I can wire up a little junction spot over there off of that wire that's running to the relay box, the Busman fuse relay box. It'll make it a lot easier for adding things on in the future if I need to. I don't want to run it all the way across to the other side. Maybe if I scab that at the end with that little bit of 3/8 tubing I got left, or tubing 3/8 wire loom. Alright. These are the two wires we need to tie into for our fans. Light blue, light green. Alright, so we'll simulate that. Remember, I'm going to pull a radiator out, so I'm not worried about putting this up under there right now. This is just going to tie in right there at our fuse. One there, that's where that's going to go. Alright, and you want to try to be, since these are connected directly to this fitting here, or this plug here, just be mindful where you route your wires. You don't want to go twisting it all, getting all tangled up, because that just looks like hell, and it's aggravating whenever you're trying to route wires and stuff. So yeah, just kind of try to pay attention to that, because I don't like a tangled mess of wires any more than anyone else does, so, which is pretty hard to avoid whenever you're adding fuel injection to anything with a bunch of other crap. I don't know. There's relays over here already. I was going to try to get rid of them, but I can't really because of the way that they're wired in. I don't... Well, I probably could have got rid of the one that I use for the fuel pump. That one comes pre-installed on the Sniper or whatever, but whatever. The other one I have, it doesn't tell you you have to put a relay on the Sniper, like whenever from your ignition power, your crank and start power, your wire that would go to your HEI or coil or whatever, you know, or point system if you have points. Anyway, I added that relay because I feel like it's cleaner power than coming from a 50-year-old ignition switch, you know. So there's that. What else do we need to do? Like I said, I need to heat shrink all this. This has extra inputs that you can program and stuff like that, but we're not getting that far into this. I'm no Holley Sniper guru by any means. I got it running, and that's good enough. You know, also don't set your heat gun like right where you're going to be working. Kind of got myself earlier because I'm dumb and I make poor decisions. Clearly, you watch me working crap. Alright, we can get those wrapped up. Let's see. God, this just looks like hell. There's just so many wires. I don't know why it's not condensed more than that. Maybe they sell a kit. Okay. Well, we're going to take a break from the wiring for now so we can look at this master cylinder and see what we got to do to get that off. Get this out of here so we can get brake fluid and crap all over it. That is. Go ahead and move these before I spill those everywhere. I need to get me a factory style air cleaner. I hate these aftermarket open element air filters because I live on a gravel road, so I have a gravel driveway. It's not really ideal. At least the rear one shouldn't leak too much since it doesn't have anything in it. Started to leak all that out. So there's that. Let's see what it's gonna take to get these off. Oh, good, good. Not a ratcheting wrench. Nope. I don't know if it comes with a new check valve, but just keep yours, you know, if you got one. If you're converting, then obviously you'll need to buy one. They're not very expensive. They're just kind of a universal thing. So if it doesn't come with one, I think it, in the picture it shows one, but you know how that is. Pictures say a lot that aren't true sometimes, you know what I'm saying? That little clip off there. Weird guy. Drop it on the floor, set it up there, or you'll forget where it's at. Wafer washer thing. Probably like a proper way to do this, but I don't do anything properly, so there is a hole over here for you to get that pin through. See it back there, right there. So there we go, got that done. I don't know. We're just gonna say it's bad. It might not even be. I mean, it certainly doesn't feel like the brake booster works when you press the brakes. It's hard as hell. So it's either not getting vacuum or it's not fucking working. So, but it should be getting vacuum. I've got it tied into the back of the Sniper where you'd have it tied in for your brake booster. So I guess I could have put a vacuum gauge on it, but whatever. I am going to run to the store, exchange that, get the new one, and come back and we'll throw that on there and then finish up the wiring and put the radiator in and bleed brakes. So maybe today we'll get to drive it more than, you know, a quarter of a mile and then it die and then have to come back. We'll see. All right, we're back. Well, we're gonna take the old Dodge here. 71. It was a power wagon. I think I said it before. It doesn't matter. It's relevant. But yeah, we'll take this old turd. You know, if you got old cars, get out there and drive them. You know, that's what you got them for, right? So you can enjoy driving them. But another thing that's great about it is I'm dirty. And I really don't want to drive my nice truck. You know, my daily driver, whatever you want to call it. I drive to work every day. But if I were to drive to work every day, well, I might drive my old crap. Probably would. If I can deal with the squeaks and the rough ride of this one, you know. But yeah, you know, I'm out here driving this old crap around. You get out there and drive your old crap around. But I figured we'd drive it to the store, O'Reilly's, get some parts. Why not? So we got it for it. It's probably loud. You probably can't hear me talking, but hey, that's the way it goes. Alright, and we're back. But wait, there's more. There is always more, right? I don't know if there's more to say other than there's more. But, oh, I gotta drill a couple holes for this. This is a little bracket for the relay fuse box right there. So it will clear the hinge. Gotta be mindful of your hinges. Keep those guys in mind. Anyway, drill some holes in that and then we'll mock up the mounting or whatever, put some rib nuts on there and be good to go. Alright, so it's going to end up right here. So go ahead and outline it, kind of trace it. Say enough good things about these 12-volt DeWalt tools. They're pretty freaking great. Oh yeah, we'll get it. We'll make it fit. bracket. I thought about painting it, but then I was like, well, it is like the same color as the truck already, so if I ever need to touch up the paint on the truck, I just tell them I need the paint for a make these holes bigger. Need the paint for a school bus interior white. Yeah, give me a little wiggle room. All right, I'll drill those out. We'll be right back. Yeah, I should have thought about that before I did that. How am I gonna get a damn nut on the bottom? Very poorly thought out. That's typical of me. Little cheapy light that I've had for years. Since I broke my freaking good one, my icon light. Best to keep it on this nut driver. There we go. Pull a little grease on there. Oh, get these on the nut driver. This will be mighty fine. Mighty fine. This box nut. Don't these just pop out? Why am I making this so difficult for myself? Okay, well that's out of the way now. I figure we'll go ahead and get this wiring buttoned up and then we'll put the brakes back together. How about that? This one is going to go to the, it's a black wire because this was originally set up to be a 12 volt trigger. But this will go to the fuse box, like one of the accessory things, you know, so that the ignition tells, oh, I'm on. So you can turn on you can do your thing. So we'll do that. These are spare fuses, so we got an abundance of spare fuses. We'll stick those all together. Make sure you don't have any ends that are open. And we'll just heat shrink the end of all of them together so that they'll keep moisture and stuff out of that. Those will do their thing. I just gotta clean some crap up over there. And then we'll change the radiator out and have the fans mounted so we can get those all wired in and everything. So I'm gonna clean up the wires over there, then okay. We're doing the drainy through the petcock thing, so hope you brought a Snickers. You're gonna be here a while. We're not using that cap anyway, so that's all right. I don't know how much we got in there. Oh, good. Right up to the point where it stopped leaking. That one's a 1/2 inch. So there's that one. Okay. Well, while this is all doing its stuff, we'll just wait for it to do that stuff, and we'll be right back. All right, let's see if we can't make a mess with this lower hose. I should have bought some hoses, to be honest with you. I think 30% of that might have went to the drain pan. Probably not the truth. It'll probably get lost. Go ahead and get that spilling all over the place. Yep. Transmission fluid mixing with that old antifreeze. It's pretty good. Pretty yummy. Oh, this is not light. Let's see what we got just falling down over the years. Ooh, a wrench. Did we just get it? We just got a task force 1/2 inch. Someone else may have been taking a radiator out at some point, huh? I'm missing a radiator mount, the lower mount. Where did the other, like, there's one. The driver's side one. Don't know where the passenger side one is. Alright, let's grab that radiator. Just want to make sure the radiator isn't sitting on the frame there, which it was. Figure out how to shim it. Where it is gonna fall. Not on it, or no, it's on it. It's a little thinner than the original, but that's okay. We'll make it fit. Just want to get this side up some more, so I'll find some rubber pieces to shim that. Be right back. Just cram that down in there somewhere. A little extra isolation for it. I think that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. It'll do what we need it to do till it doesn't. Oh, there it goes. All right. Now we're talking. Nothing, a little rubber, little old radiator hose section of radiator hose getting fixed, right? Oh yeah, I was supposed to run the wires under there first. God. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'll just put a zip tie there to hold it to that wire. Shoot, we're cooking now. Mr. Chevrolet would be proud. Okay, let's hook this lower radiator hose back up and hope it holds on. We should flush this cooling system out, but we're probably not going to do that. Oh yeah, for warranty purposes, I did flush this cooling system. I don't know what kind of warranty you get on a $150 Amazon special. Anyway, so I'm not really too concerned about it. And it said it had metric threads on here, but these are not metric threads on the transmission cooler lines, so that was a lie. Alright. There you go. Get this line pincher off of there. Don't want to leave that on if you want your cooling on your transmission to work. Alright, I got another one of these bushings left over from the Suburban, so we'll throw it on there. Maybe that'll give it a little more pinchy, clampy. That's much better. Mucho bueno. Man, this has turned into a lot more work than I intended today to be. It's going a lot slower than I thought it would go, so don't know if we'll have time to wrap it up today. Put the brakes on, and I hook up the wire to that. The most difficult part probably going forward will be probably bleeding the brakes. Otherwise, I think we got it pretty well whooped up on him. I don't know if this alternator is going to like this extra juice from the fans, but you know, it'll either like it or it won't. I guess it'll let you know when it doesn't have the voltage to run. The good thing is I can come over here and just unplug the fans if it's killing it. I can unplug one of them, whatever, turn it off in the Sniper. Anywho, we will get that going and be back. Alright, we got us a brand new breaker booster here. Anyway, comes with the dust boot and the old rod and all this stuff. Check master cylinder for leaks. Failure to replace a leaking master cylinder will void the booster warranty. Who'd have thunk it? Remanufactured in Mexico. Okay. I've had good luck with stuff that comes from Mexico. Those guys know what they're doing. Guys and gals, they're rocking and rolling down there in Mexico. So, alright, no problem with that. No problemo, man. Double up pry bar and a screwdriver. Yeah. We can still move the pins. That's good. We can still drop the pin on the floor. So, try that again. Try to leave it kind of in there. It'll probably fall out now. That's okay. Okay. There we go. All right. Good deal, Pickle. This actually worked. The brake light, you know, to let you know that you're low on brake fluid light, actually worked. So we'll go ahead and plug him back in there. I was impressed with that. Use only DOT3 fluid. Okay, will do, Captain Chief. This one was actually for a square body. That pedal till we get a little fluid out of it, and that'll be enough. We're gonna have to bleed the hell out of it anyway. What the French? Got no pedal. I mean, it's all pedal. There is no give. Did I do something wrong? What? For real though. Why is this happening? Thinking that I might have misaligned the rod, I don't know. So we'll put this on here since it's full of fluid now. Oh. The rod may be hitting something other than what it's supposed to be hitting. Let's see. Nope, it's definitely aligned with the center, I can see. But that master cylinder does not want to be poked. Squirt some brake fluid all over the place. Oh, it's moving. Alright. I'll fight this thing back on the truck and we will continue on. Still not getting any brake, so well, we'll see if it still runs, and let's see if maybe it just needs a little vacuum boost or help. I don't freaking know. But let's just see what happens. Maybe I'll get a pedal out of it. But no, we still do not have pedal. So I don't understand what's going on. Did I mess up by getting the square body one? I mean, everybody on the internet said that'll work. Since when are they wrong? So it's pretty much just me being dumb. The square body master cylinder does not have a recessed hole for the push rod. So I am fucking stupid. See? This is a 67 to 72. Goes in that far. So I don't know. Guess I've got a spare master cylinder for the Suburban now, so that's good. Pretty sure it's the same one that's on the Burb. But I still don't have a master cylinder on the truck. So yeah, that's where we're at. And I've got other stuff I gotta do today, so we won't be putting this back together today, I don't think. I need to find another master cylinder and put it together, I guess. So I don't really feel like cutting the push rod down, trying to get all that right. I just might as well just put the right master cylinder on it instead of just trying to upgrade to a newer style. I'm gonna see if O'Reilly's can get one today, or probably not get one today. Probably don't have one in stock. So anyway, we'll get back to it when we can. All right, I went to O'Reilly's. They had the master cylinder in stock for the truck, so that's a plus. Go ahead and attempt to bench bleed these. I think we are good on the bench bleed. Alright, put the cat back on. And I'll fight this on one more time. You don't need to, well, I mean, I guess you can watch how easy it's supposed to be. Because I'm an idiot. Gotta love being dumb. The pin goes into. Get that a little closer, yeah. Make it easier. Get that washer and all that clip on there, you know. Little wafer washer deal there. Dealio-majig. There. Let's had to karate chop it. Lightly karate chop it. You don't want to hurt your hand. Okay, good deal there. What's the dealio?
I want that.
So, how does the dealio sound to you?
Jack all this up and put it all together as, bleed the brake system. That's just what we want to do. Cylinder. That makes sense. Okay, it actually fits. Weird concept there. What a moron. I'm embarrassed that I wasn't even paying that close attention to the depth of the piston on the back of the master cylinder there. It would have definitely made my life a lot less aggravating. see if we dry it all out. Make sure you ain't got no drips, you know. Alright, I'm gonna bleed the brakes. No one needs to watch me do that. So if I run into an issue, I'll come back. Alright. Got the brakes bled, master cylinder is installed. Radiator is full of fluid. I heat shrinked these so they don't arc out again. Yeah, so I can grab some water, throw in the truck, and let's take it down the road. See what it does. Hopefully we can make it past the end of the driveway. That'd be ideal, right? Seat's not bolted down, so we can't get too crazy. Let me just get these pieces out of here. Oh. I'll leave that window up. At least I'll have an armrest this time with having boxes in there. I got some crap in the bed, but it's a pickup truck. You're supposed to pick up stuff with it, right? That's what they say. Crunchy. That's crunchy. Alright, I'm getting a rig and roll. Alright, let's see what it does. shocks might be a little soft. So if the tires rub the fender wells, it's not really ideal. Sounds like I got a header leak, so that's not really good. Or like it's leaking from the header somewhere. What's our coolant temperature at? Where is that at? Why couldn't it's not got temperatures on it? Oh, there it is. 185, 186. Oh. I don't think I ever turned the fans on. Oh, it's coming up pretty quick. So it's not reading really accurate temperature for the coolant. We'll coaster back to the house so we can get the fans turned on. Got some steam coming out from under the hood, so let's see what that's about. We blow some coolant or refrigerant line here. Not refrigerant, but antifreeze radiator line. Oh yeah, we did. Radiator hose came off. Oof. Well, we'll let that cool down for a while. I guess I should have checked to see if that was tight. But a good thing is the coolant temperature sensor said it only was 212 degrees, so that's a plus. We just got antifreeze we get to clean up next. So, alright, that's why you get out there and drive them around and rag the piss out of them so they'll break, you know, right by the house. So, anyway, I will fix that up, put some coolant in it, you know, because if you're not doing it twice, you're probably not doing it right. So, alright, we'll see you on the next one. Oh, you just thought we were done. The fan's working. Well, the other one was on, but it came off because I guess it got down to the temperature it needed to be at. And the engine really isn't very hot, but look at this piece of shit watermark. It has a, you know, raised edge about a third of the way around it. Otherwise, it's smooth. I don't know who manufactured that piece of crap, but chrome will not get you home. So get you a factory style one to put on there if you can find one. That's junk. All right, we're out.